Hi, Karen and Simon from I Do Canals.
How do you do? How are you doing? Where are we today, honey?
Sharpness New Docks.
Sharpness New Docks, we are. And Sharpness Old Docks are over there. And I filmed those last week, but you weren't with me. You abandoned me last week.
I didn't abandon you, I wasn't very well.
She wasn't very well. She had an icky tummy, didn't you?
I did, and it wasn't from drinking.
It was cakes and wine.
No, it wasn't.
So where are we near?
Gloucester.
Gloucester. How far away from Gloucester are we?
16 miles by hovercraft.
By hovercraft, well, no, by boat really, on the Gloucester Sharpness Canal. But you could end up by going by life ring if you keep coming up with...
I'll get there a bit before you.
She might get there quicker than me, she will. So these are, as Karen said, these are the new docks behind us. The old docks are over there. And we're going to go have a look at the entrance where it meets into the River Severn. Mm-hmm. There's some very big, impressive barriers there for protection against the current. There's a very, very large sea lock, and then there's an internal lock. We'll look at that. And if we're really fortunate, the chappie might come along and open up the big sluice that's there.
That would be amazing.
They did that when we were here in the summer, didn't they?
Yeah.
And wow, what a lot of water that is. It's a bit of a case of timing. If we get it, we're great. If not, no, oh well, never mind. But once we've looked at that, well, there's some narrowboats up on a hard standing over there. We can't get to them, but we'll have a little peek with the drone. And there's lots of buildings around. We're going to talk about what they were here for, and really, in general, have a good look at the docks themselves. And then there's a swing bridge here immediately on our right, and there's a bigger one just over there. We'll get a bit of a look at that. And generally in speaking, we'll just have a good look around, eh?
Yes. And
if you get too cold, I'll give you a cuddle.
Oh, please.
Thank you. Just look at this bad boy. Wow. I reckon this would probably lift a couple of ton at a time on and off of a boat. Used, I would imagine, primarily for coal. Hydraulically operated on the end of a crane grab. Another one over there. This is the roundabout, a picnic centre that way and the docks that way. So if you want to come and have a look. Parking, you can either park down at the picnic centre. There is space for one little spot over there, but there's a big sign that says no parking, so don't do that.
We mentioned in our intro the massive sluice gates on the sea locks. Well, they opened them up. Take a look at this. Before that massive torrent of water began with the opening of the sluice gates, it was calm and quiet and waterless, although a little bit muddy.
The Canal and River Trust own and maintain the navigation, but they lease all of the wharfs and surrounding areas to the Sharpness Docks companies. The grey building way over there behind the railings is the Sharpness Shipyard and Dry Dock. And just that way on the hard standing, there are at least 3 narrowboats. I've had a look on Google Street Maps. You can get in a bit further, 2016 I think it was. I think I saw at least 5. Maybe 1 or 2 have gone back into the water again. But the docks were really big for importing petroleum products for most of the 20th century. And even today, it's still a big point. But at one time, it was the largest port for bringing in petroleum products from the Middle East. And of course, they would then be shipped inland by tanker lorries. And just the far side, way over there is the Berkeley train station. Little used today, but there's a train that we're going to show you in just a moment that came and visited, steam train, fantastic train, the Lancashire Fusilier. And the Lancashire Fusilier ran its train around using the loop at Sharpness. So the surrounding area is a very popular picnic area. And we came last summer late last summer to film this video. But in the little surround over here, made out of chopped up sleepers and a picnic table in, there was a group of girls, young girls, and they were shrieking and laughing hysterically, and we didn't have any decent microphones then, so we had a one camera mounted mic, and there was no way we were going to get it done. Over there, behind the community housing, there's still at least 7 or 8 large warehouses. The warehousing area and the docks area are a massive provider of jobs in the local area. It's here and the walks down towards the Sharpness Old Docks and all the way up past Perkin. It's a really popular area for walking. It's very pretty here at most times of the year. It's a little bleak today, but it's still winter. Spring's around the corner and better days are coming soon. At the time these docks were built in 1875, they were the deepest inland docks in the world for a while. They're not now. And there's the other 2 narrowboats I couldn't see earlier. Oh, look a bit rusty. I wonder if they're up for sale. There are 2 swing bridges at the northern end of the Sharpness New Docks. This is the lower one. This is the high level swing bridge. If we zoom in, there's the wheels on which the whole thing rotates on top of the tower. Get all manner of boats and vessels into the docks here, but way back in 1937 there were 2 unusual visitors to here, and that was HMS H33 and HMS H49, both of which were submarines, and they both came in here, and I don't know how far up the canal they went. I know they came into the docks. I don't know how far they went. The trip was arranged by Lieutenant A.F. Collett, and he was first lieutenant of HMS 33. I believe HMS 49 got destroyed by the Germans by a U-boat during the war, Second World War, and HMS 33 was broken up for scrap after the war. That's a shame, isn't it? Nice to have kept that. But I suppose back then there was a hell of a shortage of metal, wasn't there? Really impressive, the docks. Not quite sure what the ship over here is. It looks like it says Fluvius Tavi out of Bridgetown. So we found this little chap here. Can't see a name or a number on him. It says Central Electricity Generating Board. We'll call him Ivor. He looks a bit like Ivor the engine. Now, there is the Vale of Berkeley Railway, which is a charitable trust, and it has begun restoration work on the sidings and has plans to eventually run trains between Sharpness and Berkeley Road, where the line joins the main Bristol to Gloucester line. All around the docks there are remnants of the railway lines and the sidings. These are probably amongst the most intact, but they run along the roads in some cases and even over the swing bridge. So we're a little way away from the new docks and the old docks, aren't we?
We're at Perkin.
We're at Perkin. So unlike our customary goodbye where we cheer you on from where we've been, we thought we would come here. Karen likes Perkin, it's just over here. This is the Perkin swing bridge behind us, and this is the Gloucester Sharpness Canal. And about 15 miles that way is Gloucester. Mm-hmm. About halfway between is Saul Junction, S-A-U-L. And Saul Junction is where the Stroudwater navigation used to come off the River Severn, literally a canal crossroads, and it went on to Stroud, connected to the Thames Severn Canal and then on to Lechlade-on-Thames. Both of those canals are now under restoration. The more advanced of the two is the Stroudwater navigation. It even has some parts of the canal that have got water in, and there's a handful of boats on there, not very many. We're going to go and look at that in a few weeks' time. So next week we're going to Saul Junction, that away. Hopefully the weather's going to be a bit better. The days are getting just a little bit longer, aren't they? Just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
But they're still freezing cold. Anyway, so we would like to ask you to
Subscribe to our channel.
And please like the video. And if you've got any questions or comments, either about today's video or about why we do this, stick them in the comments and we'll gladly answer every single one. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.